Hello from the Lute and Bobby Olson Court here at McHale Center. I'm KGUN 9's Jason Barr, and welcome to our Arizona basketball season preview. In this digital-only special, we'll have features on both programs, men's and women's. It's season 8 for Adia Barnes, number 3 for Tommy Lloyd, and the last for the Wildcats in the Pac-12 Conference. Tommy Lloyd's Wildcats begin this season coming off an historic loss to number 15 seed Princeton in the first round of last year's NCAA tournament. Lloyd gave the Tigers credit at the time, but recently was a little more forthcoming.
It comes down to our culture probably wasn't strong enough, and our effort wasn't good enough, you know, when we needed it most, and you know, for whatever reason, you know, I mean, those two things were kind of where I've came down to. So, you know, my immediate thought after we lost that game, you know, what was, you know, I've got to increase our margin for error, and how do I do that? And so that's the mission I've been on this offseason.
I'm Pat Paris. When I say the nickname Primetime, you automatically think of Deion Sanders, the two-sport megastar who's now the head football coach at Colorado. Well, Arizona basketball has a player nicknamed Showtime, who promises to put on a show for fans of the Arizona Wildcats this season here at McHale.
We all know Arizona plays fast basketball, and with me being able to run and jump with my God-given talent, I knew Arizona would be a great fit for me.
Arizona may be a better fit, but Keshad Johnson fit well at San Diego State the past 4 seasons. He earned the nickname Showtime with his highlight reel dunks. Johnson helped lead San Diego State to a surprise appearance in the national championship game last season, falling short against UConn.
Going through that moment, I feel like I know what it takes to make it to that stage, like just taking one game, one play at a time from round 64 to the last game.
Johnson brings that last game experience to Arizona after Tommy Lloyd won the recruiting battle to land the fifth-year player. Lloyd using a secret weapon to land Johnson, Andre Iguodala, the former Wildcat and 4-time NBA champion, surprising Johnson by showing up at his college graduation party in his hometown of Oakland.
Okay, these guys really wanted me, and like, it's real genuine.
Growing up in the Bay Area, Johnson looked up to Iguodala, even molding his game after the 2015 Finals MVP.
Iguodala, like from I would say about early high school, is somebody like I would look like okay, I could be someone similar to him. Now we become family being a Wildcat, both being Wildcats.
After going through the process last summer, but withdrawing his name before the NBA draft, Showtime believes the U of A is the right place to be as he prepares for the next level, just like it was for Andre Iguodala.
Players like me, it's like it's proof in the pudding, you know, and I just want to be one of those products.
The Arizona women are picked to finish just 7th in both the Pac-12 media and coaches' preseason polls.
We're going to be a blue-collar, gritty, and I said it wouldn't always be pretty because it's not going to be pretty at first. We have a lot of new players, but I think the grittiness and the toughness is something that's going to stand out, and you guys will see. So I'm excited for this season.
Jada to Brea. Wildcat women's basketball fans should hear a lot of that the next 4 years. It's also something that was said a lot the last 4 years. Freshman Brea Cunningham was born in Tucson, and her mom went to the University of Arizona.
I've known her mom recruited Brea for a really long time.
So it just felt like an easy choice, like an easy transition. Like it just made like the school feel like home.
Brea's previous school was La Jolla Country Day, a perennial power coached by Terry Bamford. She was the star center.
Brea wants to be a 5, and so I think that's what makes her special, unique, and she loves physicalness and size.
I've been a 5 my whole life. Like I've always been the biggest on the team.
The teammate feeding her the ball, Jada Williams, who decided to decommit from UCLA. The two are best friends.
It didn't hurt our situation when she was opening up her recruiting.
I guess she had like a change of heart, and I capitalized on that.
I think this fits my personality. Adia fits my personality.
Jada Williams joined Brea Cunningham as Arizona Wildcat commits.
Being able to know that that was going to be my roommate, knowing I was comfortable with her, knowing that we'd have each other's backs.
They complement each other really well. They have great chemistry on the court, and they're great kids, both of them.
While Cunningham is the center, Williams is the point guard.
Jada is a really good floor general. She has natural tendencies to lead.
I'm just a natural vocal leader. I'm not scared to talk, and so I think that's just something that I've grown into over the years. I've always played up, and I've always found a way to lead older people.
Brea Cunningham and Jada Williams are also gold medal winners for USA Basketball, and they plan to be teammates for another 4 years.
They're used to winning. They've been coached at a high level, so getting them together was the perfect situation for us.
It was supposed to be Brea, Jada, and Montea. However, freshman Montea Dew suffered an ACL injury in the summer and will miss this season. Dew joined the team last winter and gray-shirted. Otherwise, the Las Vegas native may have been a McDonald's All-American.
For her to get hurt, she was like the one I was like, oh man. And she looked so good, and she was going to play a lot this year, was going to have a really good role. But she's doing awesome rehabbing, and I'm optimistic about having her for 4 more years.
Arizona men's freshman KJ Lewis is no stranger to McHale Center. KJ grew up mostly in El Paso, but for 2 years he lived in Tucson and attended Mesquite Elementary School in Vail.
Running around the, that little area, Rita Ranch, I remember a lot. My time here, I loved it.
During that time, KJ played youth basketball, and his team happened to play its title game here at McHale Center.
This is me probably about in 5th grade, after I just hit the game-winning shot in McHale for my little youth basketball league.
You look confident.
Very confident. I was super hyped. Ran around the arena like there was 1,000, like it was filled.
Those memories were front and center when it came time to decide where to play college basketball.
Kind of crazy how life works.
And the 19-year-old KJ Lewis has picked up where the 5th grade KJ left off. He won the slam dunk contest at the Red Blue Showcase with this slam over Umar Ballo. And in the Wildcats' first exhibition game, he scored 13 points in just 19 minutes.
I'm an athletic wing, can get downhill, play make, get to the free throw line, two-way, guard the best player. I'm capable of shooting really well. I think my shooting is very underrated. I think I'm a great shooter, confidence.
Remembering what it was like to be here as a kid, KJ volunteered at the Tucson Summer Pro League, interacting with those similar in age to when he was living in Tucson.
Just to show my face and be around the people of Tucson, get to know them a little bit more, just to show my personality, so they get to know me. It's always fun. I love giving back to the community. I love being around people.
What would you tell that KJ?
That your work paid off, your dreams came true, and we got more to accomplish.
Both basketball programs have a connection to Israel. Adia Barnes played there professionally, and just this past summer, the entire men's basketball team took a trip to the Middle East and visited both Israel and Abu Dhabi.
It's sad that, whatever's happened in the past with cultures, we all can't just take a step forward and wish for peace for everybody. And, I know there's a lot of great people over there and a lot of people that, we had made a special connection with. And so it's really hard for us to kind of see happening, and hopefully, good things come in the near future.
I'm Erin Patterson here at McHale Center, where I just caught up with a player who potentially wasn't going to be wearing the Wildcat jersey this season. Kayyn Gilbert was the only Wildcat freshman to play in all 32 games last season.
Really well. I was very frustrated at times, but I feel like as a freshman, that's going to happen.
Her frustration led her to enter the transfer portal.
There was a point when I think it was scary for Kylin because there were people leaving.
She was the 6th Arizona player to enter the transfer portal after last season.
I'm the type of coach, it's like if you don't feel like you're 110% Arizona, then that's okay. I'm not mad. Then you have to go somewhere where you feel you can give 110%.
But after speaking with Adia, Gilbert realized Arizona really was the place she could give 110%.
Because I had a couple of conversations with her before I entered the portal, and then just after, it was like, you know what, I think this is home.
But heading into this season, her game will be different.
And I think you're going to see a big change in maturity and everything from her.
The shooter, who averaged nearly 5 points in 11 minutes per game, has been focusing on her defense during the offseason.
The main thing really is the mentality and knowing personnel. So I feel like I want to play defense more this year.
Though there's a change in her game and almost a change in schools, what never changed was her relationship with her head coach.
Kylin is a great kid. Kylin and I have a really good relationship.
It's really everything, having that relationship with her. I love Adia. She pushes me. She tells me what I need to hear regardless if I want to hear it. And so that's very special, and you don't get that many other places.
Gilbert will put on that Wildcat jersey once again when Arizona opens the season November 6th against New Mexico State. At McHale Center, Erin Patterson, KGUN 9.
We heard it just about every telecast last season. Kylin Boswell is just 17 years old. Well, he was 17 years old. Boswell obviously 18 now. and he's poised to be the Wildcats' starting point guard this season. I asked him where he's most improved heading into year 2.
Definitely attacking the rim more and being a leader. I want to step into those roles for this team for sure.
This season, Arizona men's basketball has a freshman who already feels a special connection to the Tucson community.
You know, I've said all along, Tucson's going to love this kid.
My native language is Spanish.
He belongs at Arizona.
Known for his international recruiting, Tommy Lloyd has brought an Hispanic player to Arizona men's basketball. Spain's Conrad Martinez is a 6-foot-tall point guard. He helped his club team win the 2023 Spanish Championship, and he was a big part of Spain's silver medal in the 2022 Under-17 World Cup of Basketball.
In international games, the game is much more physical, and it helps.
Prepared for big-time college basketball, Martinez chose the Arizona Wildcats, and he's already visited with an Hispanic community during a recent outreach event.
Well, I decided to come to Tucson because they had a really good Spanish community, and I'm so excited to be here and share this moment with the Spanish people.
We try to get him out his little comfort zone in his shell, but I think he's, you know, the people, once they start seeing more of him, they're going to start loving him a little bit more. He's a great guy, funny.
Here in America, of course, I prefer Spanish food, but it's not that bad. I like burgers too.
Martinez will add depth to the Wildcat backcourt. He's the latest point guard for the program that has been affectionately nicknamed Point Guard U.
He's a spark plug, and he's done a tremendous job helping us with our practices, with his competitiveness, his savvy, his speed and quickness. Over the course of this season, I think people are going to see what I'm talking about.
Try to win now with senior transfers or develop freshmen into 4-year Wildcats. That's a decision Adia Barnes felt she had to make during the offseason. In the past, Adia Barnes had too much of a good thing.
Before the season, I was like, oh, 15 players, this will be great for practice. At the end of the year, I was like, never again.
Obviously, there are only so many minutes, and if the team starts losing, fingers start pointing.
I do not want 15 players. It is like, it's a lot to manage, and there's like 10 people miserable.
Among the mass exodus to the transfer portal after last season, Paris Clark, a one-time McDonald's All-American.
The reality is, if you get really talented freshmen and they don't play or they don't play as much as they want to play, they're going to transfer. And I think that's just the nature of every top program in the country.
So when it came time to configure this season's roster,
I had to make some decisions in the offseason. Do I want to bring like 4 more fifth years? And we could have. We could have brought some really good fifth years.
So this year's roster includes transfers such as Courtney Blakely, a guard from Middle Tennessee State who isn't expecting to start.
I feel more comfortable coming off of the bench anyways, because you can kind of see what's going on in the game rather than just going into all the action and, you know, not really knowing how things are going to go.
The idea is to make sure all 4 freshmen, including Jada Williams and Brea Cunningham, get the minutes they need to grow and stay.
I recruited these players for a really long time, and it's hard. So I just wanted them to get playing time, you know, learn, and I knew that in 2 or 3 years that would pay dividends.
Once again, I'm Erin Patterson here at McHale Center, and Arizona basketball hopes that fans will fall head over heels for the play of Caleb Love.
I just feel like, you know, God put me here for a reason.
Caleb Love's college career started at the University of North Carolina. In 2022, Love had a big run on his way to the NCAA championship. In the title game, Love was playing on a rolled ankle. UNC was up, but Kansas came back, winning a close game 72-69.
Just the things that we went through throughout that season, the ups and downs, and then just to, you know, catch fire in the tournament, it was definitely a fun run.
But Love needed a change for his senior year.
I just felt like I needed a new start. I feel like it was best for me to go find a new place, new home.
Other than a new home, there was another reason Love wanted to come to Arizona.
Steve Robinson as a coach.
That's right, Steve Robinson, one of his former coaches at UNC, also made the move to Arizona back in 2021.
I feel like, you know, he had my best interests at heart alongside, you know, Coach Lloyd and Coach Murphy and everybody else on the staff.
There should be no adjustment period for Love this season, who has now had a full off season with the team.
You know, to be honest with you, it's been pretty seamless, and you know, I think the games will help us to start take the next step, you know, in that evolution.
And while his actual game will be evolving, there is another game he'll be working on throughout this season.
Shoes are definitely going to be a big thing for me this year. I'm saying it right now, I'm going to have the best shoe game in college basketball.
Love will get to show off his shoe game when the Wildcats take on Morgan State in their first game Monday, November 6th. At McHale Center, Erin Patterson, KGUN 9.
I'm Ryan Fish. Lithuania is a small country with fewer than 3 million people, but it is a big basketball power in Europe. Tommy Lloyd is tapping into that talent base again this season with 2 talented freshmen. Nearly 6,000 miles from home.
We go to classes, go to practices.
Paulius Morauskas and Matthias Krivas, teammates in Lithuania.
We was like communicating with each other every day, what we're gonna do. Like we wanted to commit to like same place.
And now again here in Arizona. They committed to the U of A during the same week earlier this year.
He's my guy, Lithuanian. We play in national team. We play against each other. Like when we was kids, I know him since 12.
First weeks it was like a little bit hard because of homesickness, but now it's everything good. Every day you have like a friend by your side, you can talk and it just helps.
It also helps to have a Lithuania to Tucson pipeline. Azulis Tubelis is now off to the NBA, but his twin brother is still here.
Tautulas, he's also a really good friend. He helping us because last year he was here. So he knows everything.
Big man Henry Vesar is from nearby Estonia.
He's almost like our brother, you know.
And played against Morauskas and Krivas in Europe. Vesar says Tommy Lloyd is the right coach for all of them.
He knows how to talk to European players. We're a little bit different than Americans. Just keeps it like 100, like real with you. Like he doesn't try to lie and like overextend it. He just does a great job of like being honest with you. You know what you're gonna get.
The Wildcats are going to get a versatile wing in Morauskas and a skilled 7'2" center in Krivas. His shot blocking already on display in practice. They say the American college game moves a bit faster than Europe, but Lloyd is downplaying the transition.
I guess we've done it so long and had so many players go through it that I really don't think of it as anything other than normal.
And as they adjust to their new normal, Morauskas and Krivas can lean on each other.
Amazing feeling to have somebody like this by the side that just helps even more.
All right, that's a wrap for our Arizona basketball season preview. For all of us at KGUN 9, I'm Jason Barr. We'll see you here at McHale Center.
We are KGUN 9 News, reporting from Midtown.
From the north side, your south side reporter.
Reporting throughout southern Arizona.
In Sierra Vista.
In Oro Valley. From your part of town, our neighborhoods.
I'm your Marana reporter.
For the good and the bad, we're right here with you because this is our home too. KGUN 9 News.